What's happening, guys? Welcome to another boxing breakdown and prediction show for this weekend's Junior Welterweight clash between former 135-pound Ring Magazine champ Teofimo Lopez as he looks to get back on track against tough Mexican fighter Pedro Campa over in Las Vegas this weekend, live over on ESPN+. So let's get into it. Now, Lopez comes into this one as the absolutely mammoth minus 3,300 favourite. No surprise there, obviously, as, if we're being honest, Campa is a fighter. He's fought outside of his native Mexico just once. He fought in the undercard of a Sullivan Barrera fight back in 2015, I believe. So, he hasn't had a ton of exposure at this level of the game. And, this is an absolutely mammoth step up from this weekend against arguably one of the best fighters on the planet in Teofimo Lopez when he's on point, when he's on it. Bob Arum has come out and said that, he expects Campa to provide a difficult test for Lopez on Saturday. But, that's obviously the promoter talking. He said Campa, is on an 8-fight win streak. He knocked out 22-0 Carlos Sanchez Valadez in his last fight. He does carry power. But we all know why we're here at the end of the day. No disrespect to Campa, but this is a fight, made with the sole intention of getting Teofimo Lopez back into the big time again. And Campa, provides the perfect style for him in which to do that. Pedro Campa is a fighter that's, he's very front foot heavy. He throws a lot of wide looping shots around the guard as well. And, he does carry power. Bob wasn't lying about that at least. But even so, Teofimo Lopez should be absolutely feasting on a guy, as limited as Campa is and, who gets hit as much as Campa does as well. We know when Teo's at his best, he's absolutely electric in there, absolutely starched Richard Commey with a massive right hand in their fight back at the end of 2019. And, Commey's an excellent fighter, former world champion, really high level. And, that's who Teofimo needs to get back to being in this fight. He needs to be patient like he was in that fight. He needs to time Campa coming in, wait for that big shot to open up. It wouldn't be the first time Campa's been caught in the ring either. And, there isn't many fighters out there, more capable of doing that in the sport than Teofimo Lopez. He's so explosive off the back foot. And, that's something he wasn't doing in his last fight against George Kambosos. He was a bit guilty of kind of forcing the action in that one. So, this is Teofimo Lopez's time to shine on Saturday. I firmly believe the take-back starts this weekend, and I think especially with the way, we've seen Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, with those guys all winning and gaining the limelight of late, especially Devin Haney, these two guys really do not like each other, and all the belts that this time last year were around Lopez's waist are now around Haney. So I think that provides a huge element of motivation for Lopez to look good this weekend. I believe we'll see, a destructive performance from Teofimo as a result. And I actually wanted to take the Teofimo Lopez in rounds 1-6 prop in this fight, but, no book that I use at least is offering it right now. So, bookies very likely in full agreement as to how this fight turns out as well. So we're going to take the under 5.5 rounds in this one instead at minus 150. That takes us to the midpoint of the 6th round, and I'd honestly be surprised, if Pedro Campa is still vertical at that stage of the fight. So take the under 5.5 rounds this weekend between Teofimo Lopez and Pedro Campa as your boxing play for Saturday. That'll wrap things up for this week. As always, leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. And you can also catch me over on Twitter at the SportsWolf83 and at my handicapper page, Kevin Dolan, over at WagerTalk. As always, thanks for listening. Until next time, Slán